Another week has passed and even crazier regional indie MMA fights happen this week, which is exactly why we love this sport and why we love doing these videos. But if one video a week isn't enough for you, head over to Twitter and give Caposa a follow at Grabaka_Hitman for more clips just like these all week long. What is going on, everyone? When the that get back there? It's the casual Lawton Veerkant, and this is Caposa's Corner. Kicking us off this week, we are heading to Deep Tokyo Impact 2021 in Tokyo, obviously, for two fights. Here, we have a welterweight fight that sees Yuta Kamaki, who is on the left and only has a 1-0 record, and he's taking on Shinobu Wakui, who is on the right and has a 4-5 record. We are just over 3 minutes into the first round of this fight, and there's just no greater sound than an old school boxing bell after a brutal knockout. See, they just go hand in hand, almost as great as this huge overhand right from Komaki that's followed by one lone ground hook, and this fight is over. Komaki gains this win, improving his record to 2-0, and hopefully keeps on securing great wins like this. For our second fight at Deep Tokyo Impact, we have a main event bantamweight matchup between Kaito Yoshimura with a 2-1 record, and he's taking on Sho Hiramatsu, who only has an 0-2 record. Place your bets now because this fight is just 1 minute in and not gonna last much longer. A right hook from hell, followed by 2 ground and pounds, and Hiramatsu gets the quick first round knockout. And I will note that Yoshimura was stretched out of the ring, but he was responsive and talking, so we hope he has a smooth recovery. But a great win from Hiramatsu as he secures his first pro win and improves his record to 1-2. Up next, we're going to MMA Series 42 in Russia for one welterweight fight, and this is one of our honorable mentions because the knockout is fantastic. But we don't have audio and only a few angles, and as I'm sure you're noticing now, yeah, this knockout happens in literally 4 seconds of the fight. What the hell? That's Leonard Akhmetov doing the knocking out, and this win improves his record to 3-0. And the unfortunate soul that just ate that huge left hook, well, that's Orzubek Sharifov, who now has a 2-1 record. We wish we had more to show from this fight, but what a knockout from Akhmetov in just 4 seconds, and congratulations on this quick and impressive fight. Now we're heading to Motiv Warriors 1, also in Russia, where we have one fight. This is a middleweight bout between Shahrukjan Valjan, who has a 2-0 record, and he's taking on Zurab Akhmedov, who has a 4-0 record. Well, not everyone can keep their record undefeated forever, and man, this is a devastating way to land your first loss.
И такие бойцы очень часто.
Ooh is right. A walk-off spinning wheel kick in just 17 seconds of the first round, and Akhmedov gains this win in incredible fashion. Now, I've never been knocked out, but if you just kicked my ass, I don't know if I want a hug, but we appreciate the sportsmanship. Akhmedov keeps his record clean, now at 5-0, and gets this impressive highlight to look back on. Off to visit our friends at AMC Fight Nights 105, still in Russia, and we have 2 fights from this event. For the first, we have a light heavyweight title match between the current and reigning champion Hassan Yousufi, sitting at an 8-3-1 record, and he's taking on Vagab Vagabov, who has a 28-1-1 record. Seriously, who is matchmaking some of these fights? Anyway, we're just 25 seconds into this one, and who's gonna be wearing the belt next?
Промахивается Юсуфи.
An overhand right and a hook that might have killed him if Vagabov didn't have the self-control he shows, and this fight is over. First off, what a performance to secure this win, and now Vagabov has an insane 29-1-1 record, so there is no way this is the last time we will be seeing him. And I haven't been completely honest with you guys. We did find this clip back from 2015 when self-control really wasn't his thing, and this incident resulted in a 5-month suspension from PFL, which could be the explanation as to why he's in a smaller promotion and not one of the bigger organizations with that insane record of 29-1-1. But congratulations to your new AMC Fight Nights light heavyweight champion. For our second fight at AMC Fight Nights, it is time for Caposa's KO of the week. And here we have a middleweight fight that sees Sharaputdin Magomedov with a 9-0 record, and he's taking on Mikhail Alakverdian, who has a 9-2 record. Those records seem a bit more fair than the last fight we saw, and with just under a minute left in the first round, Mikhail is taking a beating, and it doesn't really get any better for him.
На дистанции чувствует себя уверенно Шарапутдин Магомедов. О, да гол! Прямое попадание.
What an insane counter elbow from Magomedov as Mikhail rushes in and gets directly sent back to the canvas, and that is all it takes. I don't think we've had an elbow knockout like this ever before on Caposa's corner, but man, was that amazing and a great finish. Magomedov improves his record to 10-0 with this fight, and he's another one that I doubt this will be the last time we see. Moving on, we are going to Hard Fighting Championship 31 in Switzerland for one fight. Here, we have a featherweight fight between Anthony Laurent, who is making his debut and in the shorts, and he's up against Kareem Younes, who has the trunks on and only a 0-1 record. As the second round is closing in with just 12 seconds left, someone forgets to keep their body protected.
Oh, das war jetzt ein K.O.-Schlag.
Excuse me while I go throw up after hearing that knee to the liver. A perfect read from Anthony as he counters this takedown attempt with a knee absolutely crushing Kareem's liver, as you can tell by the visible pain he is in, and this fight is over. Talk about a debut. Anthony gets this impressive second round knockout and claims his first win in the MMA world. Next, we're gonna go visit Fury FC 52 in Texas for one fight, and here we have a flyweight bout between Tyler Bialecki, who has a 9-8 record and has actually fought in other promotions like LFA and even Bellator way back in 2011. And his opponent, Jacob Silva, has a 7-6 record and competed on the Contender Series twice last year, both of which were losses. This is quite a busy one, but we're starting halfway through the first, and Silva is in a very compromised position, but he breaks free only for this to happen.
Ooh. Silva now back on his back.
Oh, big up kick! That rocked him!
Now, I want you to remember that up kick because it's gonna come in handy in about 30 seconds when Silva lands this inverted triangle from the bottom.
That blood start to pour out with all the pressure going to his head. Referee Joe Solis needs to take a close look.
He is gushing, Todd. You weren't kidding.
Double
and
trouble.
He's got an Americana.
Double
an inverted triangle Americana taps him out. What an insane finish.
What in the world? Talk about a comeback. Silva opens him up with that up kick we saw, and once this triangle was secured, the blood starts flowing, and then the Americana is what forces the tap. Absolutely great performance from Silva, and an even more impressive submission as he lands this win, improving his record to 8-6. We've got one more event this week, and it is none other than Cage Warriors 130 in California, but don't worry, we've got two fights from this card. For the first, we have a middleweight matchup with Alan Benson, who has a 1-1 record and actually had one fight in Bellator back in 2019, which he won, and he's taking on Justin Berry, who is making his professional debut. Now, I do have to note, this was actually Caposa's runner-up for KO of the week, so you're not going to be disappointed. Benson, however, is disappointed because 1 minute into the second, and he's been opened up and suffers a low blow, which we take a quick break for. But as soon as it resumes, well, yeah.
Pretty high.
It might have been.
Oh, I can't believe what just happened.
Inside crescent kick to the face.
How in the hell did Berry just pull off this outside crescent kick to the chin? Dear Lord, Benson just could not catch a break in this fight and ultimately gets knocked Ow. What a beautiful knockout from Barry as he truly makes an impressive debut and lands this amazing finish. For our last fight this week, we are still at Cage Warriors 130, and here we have a lightweight main event that sees JJ Ambrose sitting at a 34-8 record, and he's taking on someone I shouldn't have to introduce anyone to, the one and only Spike Carlyle, with another one of his crazy entrances. And if you don't know who Spike is, he has fought in LFA and even the UFC and holds a record of 11-3. Spike actually took this fight on late notice as a replacement, and it's in his hometown of San Diego. But we are just over 1 minute into the second round, and the Alpha Ginger strikes again.
Going to build some confidence for Carlyle. It's made Ambrose think
Short elbow and knees. He's wobbled. Carlyle just thrown into a huge shot. Left hand, right handed, and punches Ambrose to the canvas.
Wow, an elbow to stun him, a knee inside the clinch, and a charging left to right hook combo, and Ambrose is down for the count. It is never a boring performance when Spike Carlyle is in the cage, and this one definitely delivered. He gains another win for his record, improving it to 12-3, and I'm sure he made his hometown happy. These just never let us down, and Caposa also never lets us down, so if you enjoyed this video, please go give him a follow on his Twitter at Grabaka_Hitman, and you can also support him by going to his Patreon at patreon.com/Caposa. And you know what's next? A huge thank you to all of these amazing organizations for hosting these events, rain or shine, 24/7, and a thank you to all of these fighters, winners, and losers, and we will see you all on the next video. Peace!